Today, what I want to do is help us think through and clarify the mission of the presbytery, how that necessarily leads to restructuring of our meetings and reconsidering of our structure, how our mission necessarily leads to our restructuring. Even the things we've already said and committed to leads us to this point. In other words, part of what we want you to understand as the Odessey group is that we're not coming up with whole new ideas. What we're trying to do is implement the things, the values that we have already said we're committed to in maybe new ways. So here's what I want you to consider. Let's assume for last night, like most Presbyterians on a Friday night, you had dinner with some friends. You were in the middle of dinner, everything was great, you spent some time, and your friend looked at you and said, you know what, I've got a tea time tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Want to come join me? You know, let's spend some more time together. Or maybe they said, hey, let's go take a ride ride our bikes on the boardwalk, or let's take a walk tomorrow, or maybe, you know what, I'm so tired, I'm sleeping in. How about you? What if we meet for lunch? And you said, sorry, I can't. I've got Presbytery. And since your friend is not a Presbyterian, we're very outreach-oriented folks. We're always meeting with, Baptists and stuff. Since your friend is not a Presbyterian, they looked at you and they said, what is Presbytery? What did you answer? What would you answer? Do me a favor, will you turn to the person next to you and answer the question, what is Presbytery? All right, would a couple of you help? I'll just need you to use a strong voice. Just a couple of you tell me, what was your answer? What is Presbytery? What would you say to your Baptist, Lutheran, non-denominational, unchristian, non-Presbyterian friend? What is Presbytery? So, what is it? Doug, what is it? The highlight of your week. Yes, it is, yeah. I see that hand. The buses will wait. Anybody else? What is Presbytery? John, you've been in these forever. What's Presbytery? A meeting with my friends. Great. Okay, what is Presbytery? Ernesto, what is Presbytery?
What I said is a representation of all the churches where elders and ministers get together.
A representation of all the churches where elders and ministers come together. Great. Somebody else had a hand up. I guess can't want to miss. What is Presbytery? The regional governing body of the Presbyterian Church. Great. What is Presbytery? Back in Tom, in the back. The group of churches carrying out the mission of Jesus Christ together. Good. How about this side of the room? I'm sorry. I'll try to see if I can get somebody's attention over here. It's a boring meeting that I have to go to. Yeah. Let's see. Nobody noticed who that was. Go ahead, Tim.
Functional meeting of our colleagues that functions as the bishop in democratic.
Oh. Yeah, Tim and Gary are just showing off back there. The committee and ministry showing off in the back of the room. What is Presbytery? If you try to explain it to your friends, if you try to get people to come, for most of us, it's all these things we've said. We understand that it's this complex term that is both a combination of something we do and something we attend. But for most of us, it is mostly a meeting. It's defined by a meeting. I'm going to Presbytery. When was the last time you were at Presbytery? We've noticed that you've not been coming to Presbytery. It's mostly, for most of us, a meeting. And for most of us, it looks something like this. Our churches, those little crosses all scattered around the area, they're all off doing their own things, with a large meeting in the middle where all the different committees come together representing their voices. And part of what we want to talk about is the way in which a meeting ultimately over time needs to be more understood more and more as a mission. If we could do anything in Presbytery 2.0, as Tom has talked about it, it would be that what would become synonymous with Presbytery is the notion that a presbytery is a mission.